Okay, this video is for Cheryl, and I have already made another video and I just rambled, and I'm going to try not to do that this time. Okay, so this is actually just because it's just too much to type, a response to something she put in a group that I'm a part of. She said she is convinced that Jimmy Hughes has not turned over a new leaf and is not in Honduras to serve the Lord. And I am fully in agreement with that. When I confronted him, he threatened to kill me 4 times. I got calls from the Full Gospel Businessmen's Fellowship International, somebody really close to him, telling me that he was going to kill me. Long story short, he's running what I consider a cult, because he's very manipulative. He's hurting people. And some of these people are still very much brainwashed. Some have gotten free, and I've been contacted by lots of them. So there's bad things going on down there. And knowing what I know, and I've got pictures of a lot of this inside stuff, knowing what I know, yeah, I don't believe he's down there to serve the Lord either, unless he is just completely warped in his thinking and really thinks he's doing the Lord's work. I can't see that that's the truth, because anybody who knows anything about Jesus would know that Jesus would not like the things going on down there. There we go. I'm going to say it like that. And I have to be really careful what I say, because, you know, there's open cases going on. Okay. She mentions about him getting released before the trial and says that she thinks that he's still of use to the octopus or maybe agencies. And she goes on to say if not, they would let him rot in prison like Thompson, or they would have suicided him like Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, so I'm going to say this, and I'm actually going to, let me read a little further. She goes on to say she finds it hard to believe that he was in fear for his life when he fled to South America. So one of the things I want to bring up is that I do not get my information from the internet. I know some people do. You cannot believe everything out there. As a matter of fact, there's a certain individual out there, and I'm fully aware of who it is, that is going around telling people that Philip Arthur Thompson killed my dad, Fred and Patty, and that is the furthest thing from the truth. So if you hear that, ignore it. What I do is I look at evidence because this is a legal case. There is no statute of limitations on murder, and anything that I bring to the cops or anybody, a prosecutor of any sort, has to stand up in a court of law. So I can't just go, oh, well, so-and-so told me this. Or, you know, I read this on the internet. I can't do that. So everything that I have is vetted and can be used in a court of law. So, for instance, somebody I think it was Chris from Trine Day, asked me what I thought about Michael on his podcast, The Journey. And I said, you know, I talked to Michael a bunch of times. And you know, whether I like him or don't like him is irrelevant. I never had a problem with him at all, actually. I had an issue with Anita, and that's a whole nother story, y'all. I had an issue with Anita because when Hughes got taken out of, you know, when he was released, I called her to let her know, and she freaked out on me like, oh my God, now he's going to come after me. I'm like, he doesn't even know you, please. Anyway, that's the whole thing. I got a problem with Anita. And because I don't talk to Anita, I haven't talked to Michael in a while. So there's that. But everything that Michael told me, I listened to it all. I'll listen to all of it. Anything he wrote me, you know, I've still got his letters and things. Anything he wrote me, I listened to it. I read it. I researched it. If I could vet it to be used in a court of law, I put it in, you know, the good pile, or the truth pile, you know, that I know is the truth. This is what I've been able to vet. And that he did give me a lot of information that was good. And all the other stuff, regardless if I believed it or not, I put in another pile. And it didn't matter who it came from, you know. So as far as Hughes being really in fear for his life, I do believe he was in fear for his life. Old man Nichols, and I do not call him doctor because it was not a real doctorate. Old man Nichols, he ended up putting a hit on Jimmy at one point. And Jimmy had, and I don't think Jimmy knew this right away, but I think whenever he went to his mob friend, he found out about it. And then he freaked and he got scared. And the first thing he did is he went over, and I think he went to the cops, and they didn't do anything right away. And so he freaked out and he went to the media. So you see those old videos of Jimmy? That's what that's all about. And then after that, he skipped town. He went over to LA. And then at that point, I think that he started working for somebody. And then from there, he went to, I almost said Honduras, and he went to Guatemala, which is where his mom was. Then he went to Honduras. Now, I'm going to say this. There was another person, more than one person involved in the murder of my dad, Fred and Patty. And that person conveniently made a ministry as well. Because, you know, that brings in a lot of money to go, look at me, I was a hitman. Look at me, I killed people. And give me money now because the Lord loves me. I just can't, dude. Look, I'm going off memory, but I believe from his taxes that I pulled, he's made nearly $1 million in 5 years marketing my dad's murder. It's not cool. That, and I think he also markets his son's accident. So, all right. So yes, I do believe he was really in fear for his life. But I think that fear took him, like I said, to LA, and then he started talking to people, and I believe he is down there working for somebody. Yes. She goes on to talk about the ministry. She believes the ministry is a front for illegal activities. Yes, I believe the same. I have plenty of witnesses that have told me all kinds of fun things about what's going on down there. And this man needs to be stopped. That's what I'm going to say about that. He's not a good guy. Like, he threatened to kill me. He's had people from his ministry threaten to kill me. He's obviously stalked me online. You can hear it in the videos, you know. Yeah, he had messaged me back in the day when YouTube had like comments that you could put on someone's channel. Yeah, and I still got them all. Yeah, he's a special one. And he should really be in jail. That's all I'm going to say. He has not repented at all. Things that I've heard are very, very bad. I've talked to people in the military in Honduras down there. There's mafia stuff going on down there, obviously. And I'm well aware of the road outside the ministry that, you know, well, that money came about. So yeah, if he's watching, he'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I know about the Watchtower, Jim Jones, like, I know I've had witnesses that have stayed down there, that know what's really going on. I've gotten pictures from people, insiders down there. I have, talked to ministry people in America. I know about the kids. I know about a lot of stuff. I just can't talk about most of it because there's open cases. So yes, I very much believe that he's working for somebody, and I believe it's a whole free-for-all. He's like, it's like a free-for-all down there, that he can do whatever he wants because they just let him. And, you know, I'm going to do this until I die, you know, or until he's put in jail. I don't care if I'm 100 years old, I'm still going to be doing it because, you know, I can't, after the things I've heard since the document, and I knew about some of this stuff before, but I had no idea how bad it was, because after the documentary came out, I had so many people contact me, and now I have a full picture of what's going on down there, and I can't in good conscience just walk away and not do anything. I just can't. He's not a good guy. He's just really not a good guy. And this is on YouTube, so but although it's meant for somebody else, I'm just gonna say, if you happen to be looking at this and thinking that you want to go down there, don't do it. Those short-term missions trips are completely scripted. You will not be anywhere near what's really going on, and everything that you do see when you go there is going to be completely scripted. Anybody else that goes down there to stay, he's probably going to tell you have a drug problem, or you need to be in the rehab or whatever, and things are going to happen, and you're going to lose yourself. It's not going to be good. And you're going to see things, and you're going to question why a man of God would be doing the things he's doing. So don't do it. Just don't. And if you're down there and you need help getting out, please contact me. Or I hate to say this, there is an FBI office about 50 miles north of there. Although I feel like those people might be corrupt also. So I would say reach out to somebody like me, or Sherry, or Christian and Zachary are very busy. So I don't know if you get them, but reach out to somebody. I am more than happy to talk to you. I protect all witnesses. I don't give out any information that would lead anybody back to you. And there are a lot of you. So, yeah, if you're thinking about going down there, please don't. I've seen, just in the last month, at least 4 people have went down there from America. I think that they're just short-term missions trips, so that's all scripted, and they're probably safe. But yeah, don't go down there if you can help it. Don't send the man money, because he is using any money sent. He spends $50 a month to feed, clothe, and take care of the Americans that are living down there. $50 a month. So you can guess how much food they get. And, and they're worked very, very hard. And the ministries in America that are sending that money are sending a whole lot more than that for each person. So, yeah. So anyway, sorry, I got completely off track, but that's kind of my gist on it, Sheryl. Anybody else watching, you comment if you want. And I will answer any questions I can. But again, remember that this is an open case, so I have to be really careful what I say.